Welcome to Rishan Solutions. In this video, we'll discuss approval workflow in SharePoint 2016, and we will discuss about the out-of-box approval process, how we can attach the documents and how it will go for the review to the administrators or managers who are in that place, how we can assign that to the user also we'll discuss. So first we'll open SharePoint 2016. In the SharePoint for 2016, I have a document library. In this document library, I'm going to library settings. To start any approval process, first inside document library, first we need to go to versioning settings. In the versioning settings, and there is a option named as a require content approval for submitted items, which means if anybody submitted any item in the document library, that first have to go to the review. Then once it is reviewed by the corresponding person or who have a proper permission to review that, and they will review and they'll approve the documents. Until they approve the documents, that documents will not be available to the public facing, which means who added the document and the person can able to see, and who have an approved permission, those people can able to see. So for that, first what I am doing is I am doing this require content approval for submitted item, making yes, then click OK. So this is the first step. So once we complete this, come back to the documents. So inside this document, I'm first trying to add a workflow. So when I click here, add a workflow. When you click add a workflow, you can able to see this position approval and 3-state. We don't have any proper approval workflow here. To enable that, we have to go to the site setting first. Click the site action gear and go to site settings. Inside this site settings, there is a option named as site collection features. We'll see where it is. Here we have site collection features. Click on it and come down. In the bottom, you can able to see this workflows option. When you click active, it will activate this workflow feature. So once this workflow feature activated, we'll go back to the documents library. In the document library, so we enable that content approval, so we can able to see approve or reject item and my submissions views, which creates by default. So now I'm going back to this workflow settings, click add a workflow. When we click add a workflow, now we can able to see the approval SharePoint 2010 flow, and this one will routes a document for approval. Now approvers can approve or reject the document or reassign the approval task or request changes to the document. Okay, now I am giving here a name for this workflow, document approval. Now the tasks will store into tasks new list, and this list will create automatically, and workflow history also stores under the workflow history. And here we have an option create a document item will start this workflow, and changing an item will start this workflow. What I'm doing is for our test purpose, I'm just clicking this allow this workflow to be manually started by an authenticated user with edit item permission. Or we can keep this one also, creating a new item will start the workflow. First we'll test with this, and later we can enable this and we can modify, we can enable this and we can test with that also. Click next. When we click next, and it will show a window here. Here we have couple of options. First, who is the approver? Now I'm giving a administrator. And here the order it is showing. If you are giving 2 or 3 approvers, now this option will, we have to one at a time. It's a serial, which means the first approver will approve and then second approver will approve, then third. But if you want to go with the parallel process, so when you create a document, it will send an email to all the approvers, then all the approvers can able to approve. But if you select this one all at once, so which means all the approvers can approve, and then the feedback will go to that particular item, but I can go with all at once with the serial. And here we have a add a new stage option. So if you click this one, and you can able to add another approvers here, but I don't want this. I want this one would be fine. Okay, I don't want to go with the command. And here we have an expand groups. For each group entered, assign a task to every individual member and to each group that it contains. But I'm not entering any groups here. I'm just giving a single user. The request is I'm just passing in a message. Please review and approve this document. It's just a message. So if you are sending an email, in the email body it will go this one. And if you want to keep any due date for the tasks, you can select from here. And the date will be the date by which all tasks are due, which means, for example, if you give 31st of this month, and all the tasks should be completed before that specific date. And for each task, if you want to give a specific amount of time, yes, you can give the duration time also here. And if you give 10, which means 10 days, or otherwise we have weeks or months. If you want to give 1 month, and you can give 1 and select month, and it would be 1 month. And this is about CC. And for example, you are assigning to some person, but you want to inform that information to any of your uh, manager, or maybe senior manager, like that, you can give in the CC. So here we have end on first rejection. So means if you have the 3 or 4 approvers, what you want to happen? If end of first rejections, automatically reject the document if it is rejected by any participant. So this is means if any participants rejects, then the approval process ends and it shows a reject message. End on document change, automatically reject the document if it is changed before the workflow is completed, which means if you want to modify anything in the document, and then if you open and if you modified it, then it will end the workflow if you modify anything. Enable content approval, update the approval status after the workflow is completed. Use this. Okay, update the approval status after the workflow is completed. You can update the status also. Click save. So once you save this one, now the workflow is associated with this particular document library, and it is going to be manually started. Now when I try to upload this document, now I have a title document. I'm trying to upload. Click OK. Now this is uploaded. Now the approval status is pending. Now I cannot able to see the workflow option or workflow column here, because it's a manual workflow. When you click this Eclipse, or when you go to files, you can able to see workflows here. Or when you click this Eclipse, and here also we have an Eclipse option, go to advanced and go to workflows. And this is a workflow. I'm clicking this workflow doc approval. It will open a window, and then we have assigned to this user. Click start. It will take couple of minutes. It will start the workflow, and it will show a window. Sorry, it will show the information about the workflow also. There we can see, we can open the task item, and from there we can able to approve this particular document. Yes, now you can able to see another column is added here. The doc approval is a workflow name. Now the workflow is in progress. So if you click this in progress button, so you can able to see the option task option here, but I don't have SMTP configured in my system, otherwise it will send an email to this user, and from there we can able to open this item. And from here also we can able to open this item. Before opening that, it is showing this message The email message cannot be sent. Make sure the outgoing email settings for the server are configured correctly. So I'm not configured the outgoing emails, and also I'm not configured the SMTP with this particular SharePoint. So that's why I'm getting these errors, these four errors. The email, it is try to send an email, but unfortunately it is cannot able to send because the SMTP server is not configured. Now here the task is created to this user and there is no due. If we give any due, the due date will be here. The next one is the approval was started, the participant is this user. Now I logged in with the same user. I'm trying to open this task from here. There is a view item option. When you click this view item, you can able to see this task page, and in this task page the status is not started and requested by system account, and this is please review and approve this is a comment, and this is a due date. And if you want to give the comments, yes, I'm trying to approve this, and type approved. If you want to approve, you can approve, you can reject, you can cancel, and you can use this request change, or you can reassign this task also. We have total 5 options here. Now I'm trying to approve this. Click approve. Now the workflow process is completed because the document approval is completed, because there is only one user in this approval process. So if you go to the documents, you can able to see the approval status is approved and the doc approval is approved. And if you upload a different document, and this time we'll upload and we'll check with other options, click OK. Now see the approval status is pending. Select this one, go to file, click on workflows, start this manually. Click on start. Now it is started, now it is in progress. Click on view this task. So we have reject and we have cancel option, and then request to change and reassign task. So the cancel is simple, it will close, and if you want to work for the request change, you can click. And only the thing is this reassign task. When we click this, and we can able to reassign this task to a different user. Now I'm trying to reassign this task to a different user. I'm trying to enter a username. Okay, so I can able to reassign this task, and if I click send, it will send an email to this particular user, and then this user will get that particular task in the email, and he can able to open and he can able to approve. So you just need to do is just click send. Now this task is assigned to another user. Now you can come back and you can see now in the first status, the status is completed and it is assigned to another user, and then you can able to see related content. Now here I'm administrator, I'm trying to view this one. Now I can able to see approve, reject, cancel and everything. So if you click this request to change option, again request to change form will go to some other user, and new request and new duration and new duration unit, everything will change on the same item. So I'm clicking cancel. The finally we'll try to reject this one. Click this reject. Now here it is, the outcome is rejected. Now this workflow approval workflow process is completed. Here we can go back to document library. Here we can able to see the approval status is rejected, and the approval process here in the workflow also it is rejected. This way we can create a simple approval process in the out of box. You don't need to design this in the Visual Studio, or you don't need to work with the SharePoint designer. But here we have some limitations, and we can only use the out of box options. You cannot able to implement any of the conditions there. So if you have a document properties, based on the document properties you want to give this approval process, that is not available in the out of box approval process. You just configure it based on these settings. You can go to here, workflow settings, and when you try to see, I'm going to workflow settings here, and we have this, and when I select this, and I can able to see these options. And if you want to change anything like create a new item, will start this workflow. If you want to click this, you can, and click next. Here there is no conditions. For example, I have a property, based on that property this workflow will start, or this workflow only works for a specific documents. No, there is no option like that. We have an option to limit when you are starting, like if it is automatically started when an item created or updated or manually, those options is available. But based on any property value, you cannot able to put a condition here to start this workflow. So that is the drawback, and you can able to utilize these options, and the email body also will go with the out of box template. You cannot able to configure or design the template. So that is the drawbacks in the out of box approval process. And the remaining is for simple approval process for a document library or a document, and you can use this approval process. And this is a SharePoint 2010 approval workflow in SharePoint 2016. So that's about this. Thanks for watching.